In this episode, we'll be following Doyle Brunson on Poker After Dark. The blinds are 200 and 400, with a straddle of 800 and an ante of 50. The action starts when the player on the button raises to 2400. Doyle from the small doesn't want to go crazy with pocket fives and calls. So does Alezra from the straddle. Doyle flopped a set and decides to trap by checking to the pre-flop raiser, but Alezra bets 4,500 on a 7,850 pot. The opponent on the button folds, and now it's back to Doyle. So what can Alezra hold here with this bet? It seems that he doesn't have a set of queens because he would have raised pre-flop, and he'll probably check with a set of threes to the pre-flop raiser. It's hard to put Alezra on a two-pair hand like 5-3 because there's only one 5 left, and it's hard to put him on queen 3 because it doesn't seem like he would have called with queen 3 pre-flop unless they're suited. It looks like Alezra can have with his bet a flush draw, a queen, or a straight draw, and in all cases Doyle will have the best hand. So Doyle raises to 16,500, which isn't a small raise, and it's implying that maybe he's on a flush draw because if he has a queen he might call. The turn brings a queen of clubs and a boat to Doyle. Now if Alezra was on a draw, he'll probably fold to Doyle's bet. So there's no point in betting here unless Doyle thinks Alezra has a queen. But he can't take the risk of Alezra folding, especially after hitting his boat, which is rare. He would rather give him a free card to hit his draw. And if Alezra has a queen, he might bet the turn, then Doyle can call or raise. But with a draw, Alezra won't bet the turn because he might suspect Doyle is trapping. So checking here seems to be the best option, and after Doyle checked, Alezra checked behind. On the river, a jack of hearts shows up, and once again, if Doyle bets and Alezra was on a draw, he'll fold. However, if Doyle checks here, Alezra might bet assuming that Doyle missed his draw, and this is why Doyle checked. Alezra bet 15,000 on a 40,850 pot, which looks like a thin value bet, like he has a big hand that contains a queen or maybe air, and if he's value betting like this, he has a big hand. In either case, Doyle knows that he's going to raise, and since after his checks on the turn and river, he's convinced Alezra that his hand isn't big and therefore he can now raise Alezra's bet. So to continue disguising his hand, he decides on raising to 70,000, which is a very big raise that might indicate he missed his draw and he's trying to buy the pot. There's not many holding cards that Doyle will check twice with and then raise big as he did. Doyle's check paid off for him, after Alezra called his big raise with a queen and a bad kicker.